News Talk. Oh, dang it. Oh, I really got to break myself of that. In practice, I sit in the car.
Good morning.
Oh, Lordy.
AVNewsCast.
AVNewsCast.
That's
Good
it.
morning. You're listening to AVNewsCast, the #1 news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley.
That's it.
Okay.
How's that work?
Okay.
Is that good?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be going through in the car all day.
Sheriff's detectives went over and arrested a guy yesterday, Arturo Lopez,
Uh-oh.
for the murder of Stephen Finson. This is the guy that was he was out riding his ATV
Oh.
a few weeks back around 135th Street East. Okay, out there at Avenue H. Mm-hmm. I think somebody dropped a dime on this guy because there was a $10,000 reward.
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
Okay.
Because he showed and tell on himself.
And the Sheriff's Department had a signed search warrant, so they had some information.
Huh.
So they went over and arrested Arturo Lopez yesterday.
Terrible.
Nice work. Nice work.
Yeah.
Okay, because nobody had any idea
Yeah.
what was going on there.
Well, hopefully
Yeah.
they got the right guy.
Hopefully they got the right guy.
Yeah.
Was that you that posted that comment online?
No, but
Somebody-
I will.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
yeah.
exact comment.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, isn't that what we hope?
Yeah. I would imagine, based on the fact that they have a
Here
search
we
warrant,
go.
they have enough information.
Yeah, of course they do, Steve, because they never would go into someone's house without enough information.
Didn't you watch Training Day? That was a Chinese restaurant.
Rob Ford, this guy, the Toronto mayor, another video surfaced
Oh, dude.
That guy.
of this guy on Saturday.
That guy.
And the video was allegedly taken about 1:30 in the morning
He's
at
got
Rob
problems.
Ford's sister's house
Yeah.
while he was there with a bunch of drug dealers,
Yeah.
smoking crack
Oh,
Doing his thing.
out of some copper-tubed type pipe.
Yeah. He probably got the good stuff.
The dealers...
this wasn't at your local cigarettes for less store.
No.
was it? No.
Yeah, and the dealers that supplied him with the crack are they've now put the tape up for sale.
Oh,
They're asking
great.
for six figures.
Yeah.
Nobody stepped up to buy it, but the Globe stepped up and bought short clips out of it. They paid for that.
I'm sure they did.
Rob, as soon as the video came out and went public, he immediately said, "Hey, maybe I need to take some time off. I have a problem with alcohol."
Yeah. Where's
And
okay, how come he neglected to say crack?
Well, here's his statement. I have a problem with alcohol, and the choices I have made while under the influence are not good.
Oh, so now the gateway drug for everything else is alcohol?
Right. Do
You
you
know
believe?
what?
Do you believe that marijuana is a gateway drug?
No.
I don't either.
I think your personality creates
Yeah.
your gateway.
Right.
Because I know a ton of people that have been smoking weed for all their life, and that's all they've ever done
Is you smoke weed?
is smoke weed. And you never kill anybody on smoking weed.
I've seen more arrests, DUI arrests, but yeah, for marijuana lately.
A
lot
I don't
more.
understand. Why? It's always been, Steve. I think you didn't even know what weed was until you met me and Jeff.
No, okay,
So
okay. I like that.
you'll
can say
like that, yeah.
I like
and
it.
it's
That's
not
okay.
true, but you'll like that and you'll go with it. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, but that statement makes you guys sound like potheads.
Well, but I'm not. So
Not either.
yeah.
But it does. Rob
But I
Ford,
have no problem with it. Legalize it.
with legalizing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tax
I-
the crap out of it.
Yes.
I was talking to somebody yesterday morning who lives up in Humboldt County.
Oh,
Okay.
Speaking of pot.
Yeah. Who was looking for a 100 by 100 large tarp, right? and she
That is so funny.
yeah, and she's telling me that she said, a lot of people grow pot up here. I said, is it legal? I mean, that's not legal, is it? She said, well, up here, it is legal. Now, federally, it's not legal, but
Right.
in California, especially up here, if you only have an acre,
Only an
Only an
acre.
acre.
the sheriff's department, they won't bother you at all.
Yeah.
Okay, she said, and if
They
you
might
don't,
come by a couple of,
yeah, she said, but most people like to keep it under wraps. So if you go to Google Earth and Google Humboldt County, okay, and start looking around, you will see everybody has like a 20 by 20 or 20 by 40 canopy on their property.
Wow.
In the backyard.
We got to check it out.
And you know where I'm going today.
Yeah, we got to check it
and
out.
And all they do is grow pot.
Yeah. You know, listen, I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and she kind of said something that upset me. Because we were just talking about the world and where we are, and I told her, listen, we can alleviate all the problems if we do X, Y, and Z. And she said, Angelina, you sounded like a Republican.
Uh-oh.
And I said, don't you ever say such a word to me.
See what this show's doing to you?
No. I'm a realist. She's a Republican, and I love her anyway.
Oh.
Just like you guys.
In spite of it.
Just like you guys. But no. She said a bad word. Because this is the thing. This is what I told her. I said, we'll alleviate a lot of problems if we just do the 10% tax. 10% tax no matter what you make across the board. Completely redo welfare to where there's an expiration date, a real one. When you sign up for welfare, you sign up acknowledging that you're only going to have one child until your behind is not on welfare, and you don't ever get to go back on welfare. If you have another child, then the amount of time that you were supposed to be on welfare is reduced by half. While you're on welfare, you're working at this place, that place, whatever. Mm-hmm. Take away money completely out the situation. Have the Section 8 homes, the Section 8 apartments, get their payments straight from the government. Make Walmart not a store for the public, but the store for the welfare recipients. They're the only ones that go anyway. And I mean, and Walmart has everything you need.
Okay, run through this again for me.
What?
Wait. Run through this again for me. Okay.
Tax 10% across the board.
And that's going to fix what?
That just fixes people that own homes, that are retired, that part of their tax on their property is going to the public school down the street when their kid graduated 30 years ago. It's not fair that every homeowner is paying for the school down the street when they don't have kids. Let's just be real about it. Just have 10% tax across the board for all parties.
Well, their property taxes.
Yeah,
have to,
and I don't think that's fair. If I chose never to have any kids, why am I paying for your school?
It's the Ponzi scheme.
Wait.
I just don't think it's fair. I'm just telling you what I think, and I don't think it's fair.
Okay.
Welfare reform, we set it up to fail from the beginning, and we don't have to. We can set up a welfare program that will make people work at X amount of places, like Walmart, and when you go into welfare for the first time, you have your child. You're signing a waiver saying you're not going to have another child because obviously you can't take care of yourself. If you do have another child, the amount of years that you're eligible for welfare is reduced. Okay? So there's an expiration date. So you don't get on welfare and think, I'm just going to get used to getting this $600 a month and I'm just going to, buy whatever I buy. Because people get upset that they use their EBT card to get a Gucci purse, whatever it is. Whatever they're buying with it, they get upset about it. So if you take money out the equation altogether, welfare recipients stay in Section 8 homes, Section 8 apartments. Those apartments are paid directly from the county because they know that these people are welfare recipients. Then they don't have to have any money. As far as going to the store and getting your toiletries and your food, you take your welfare card, you go to Walmart. Walmart is only servicing welfare recipients.
No one else can go to Walmart anymore.
I mean,
just
do you really want to go to Walmart?
No, I'm just asking.
I don't care for Walmart, and I feel like it's at a certain time of day, it feels like it's all welfare recipients.
So we're going to take the world's largest retailer, okay, one of America's largest employers, and we're going to turn it into a welfare-only store.
Okay, how about this? If you don't like that,
instead
of having the Walmart grocery store, have a Walmart welfare store. Oh. I just don't want to see the rollers in your hair and your fat not all covered up when I go into any stores.
Wow.
You can have your own store then. I'm just saying. Just if you take money out of the factor, you won't have the abuse that you see.
If we didn't have EBT cards and we went back to food stamps, paper stamps, okay, I think that would fix a lot of the problems.
Oh, no.
Why? Because you could only use those.
You can still only use those for food. The welfare cards, there's a part of it that's food related that you can only purchase food items on, and then another part of the card is cash that you could use to spend on whatever you like.
Oh, that's how it works.
That's how it works. So, just the food stamp, and people were not embarrassed about bringing out their food stamps and getting their stamps. So, I would sell my body before I have food stamps. That was crazy. Just the embarrassment.
Bad things happen to good people.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it. But you can't just say, I'm going to allow this bad thing to happen to you forever.
Yeah, it can't be a career.
There are a lot of people out there that are single moms, dads, or couples, okay? And they're going through a tough time because the economy's tough, right?
Yeah.
Especially here in the Antelope Valley. It's tough to just be employed and everything else. So they shop at Walmart because they can maximize their dollar.
Okay. This is just my personal opinion.
Okay.
Okay. And I just think that if we really did something about the system wouldn't be open to so much abuse.
I agree 100%.
And if we're creating a society of people by means of the welfare recipients that don't ever want to get up and do anything else. Now, I won't say that they don't want to, but a lot of people, because the mindset is, and I'm sorry, I might get yelled at for this, but in New York, the opportunities are plentiful, and you know about them in junior high. In New York, it's very common to get your associate's degree. That's just the next step from high school. It's just the flow. You know what kind of programs are available. You know that you could go to college. You know that you don't have to spend $100,000 a year. I mean, it's just the communication between how the city works and the people and the public is much clearer than it is here. And I think that there's a lot of people that are on welfare that don't know about all the resources that they have available to them. They don't know that they can go to school. They don't know that you could go to school full time and take advantage of that babysitting program that they have. They don't know. And people don't take advantage of it. And they don't see any examples of people taking advantage of it. Unless you have the mindset of, like you said, bad things happen to good people, and I'm just using this for a minute. I already know what I need to do. But instead, we have an environment of just gouge. And we're just going to let you gouge until we call foul.
Well, we have a lazy environment, but a lot of people go on
we have
welfare
a
and they
lazy
want to stay on
environment because
welfare
we're not
because that's their
telling them.
employment.
No, I think that if people were educated and they knew what they could do to get out of it, or if they knew the steps that they needed to take to have a better life, I think that there is a percentage that would take advantage of that.
How long can you stay on welfare? Do you know?
I think until your kid gets a certain age. I don't know.
They need to change that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They not only that though. I mean, just imagine if you could stay on welfare until your child is 16. Who's gonna employ you?
Okay.
After you've been at home.
Then you retire from welfare and get on SSI.
Can you get SSI without working?
Oh, yeah.
See, now it's crazy.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But a lot of cities, Lancaster, Palmdale, for instance, okay, when the economy went bad, they let staff go. Okay. They had to.
Yeah.
One requirement, if you live within the city and you go on welfare, you're required to intern 40 hours a week.
Okay.
For the city in a job,
Beautiful.
an unpaid position.
Beautiful.
Okay, which allows the city to bring back up their services and
Beautiful.
provide more services to the community and the residents. And that's what you have to do as part of being on welfare.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Why is that so hard?
Why is that hard?
It's not. Or go to work for the state, and they should have programs for all these people, okay?
They should.
Because what you do is you're retraining people.
Yes.
Okay? In
Yes.
other jobs.
Yes.
Okay? And as part of the benefit of, hey, here's your check every month. Okay? Here's your gift. You need to put back into the system so you can get retrained.
Exactly.
Okay? Not going to stupid classes that they have. Okay?
Gain.
Whatever it is. Okay?
Right.
But actually get out in the workplace, meet people.
Yes.
Okay? So
Network.
that you can work on getting a hand up.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I mean, we're a bunch of smart individuals, but collectively we're idiots. Because and you know what? I also think that there's a sector of people that appreciate being able to be high on their horse, looking down at people. And they know the answer. They know, hey, if we just change the system a little bit or make them require them to do X, Y, and Z, it might change that pool that you're looking down at. But no, people want to just, judge by what you see and assume everybody that, that looks a certain way is on welfare or, some kind of public assistance, and everybody's abusing it. They're abusing it because it's the system is broke. Stop it.
There's a tremendous amount of welfare fraud.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Even if you're not committing fraud on it, it's fraud, because you're doing detriment to your person, and then you do detriment to your child, because some of those children are pulled from your house because you don't have sense enough to raise them correctly, and now DCFS is raising your child. I mean, it's a cycle that just never ends.
Okay, what about mandatory drug testing?
Absolutely. You want some free money, you should jump through some hoops.
Yeah.
I agree.
I want my money. I want my money. I want my paycheck. But to get my paycheck, I have to do these jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with it.
Yeah, I don't know why there is a problem. You have every right to be addicted to whatever you like to be, but you could be broke and be addicted to it.
Because Supreme Courts across the land in various states, all the way up to our Supreme Court in Washington, have all said that you cannot require them to be mandatory drug tested.
I don't get the rationale.
Okay.
Why is it good enough for people that work for a living and not for people that don't work for a living?
Yeah,
right. Because I guess you could be destructive in your house.
I get that. And if you test positive, you get one chance?
Yeah.
One chance.
And you got to take some classes somewhere.
That's a wake up to tell them, hey, really, we're really testing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're really doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to catch you we're going to call you on your crap.
Mm-hmm.
You get one chance, do it again, and you're off welfare.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a card for AA.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the flip side to that is...
there's going to be a lot of people off of welfare.
Correct. Which is going to cause major problems because now you've got more people on the street that are homeless with kids, and you don't want that.
But you might have...
they switch over to disability, to SSI, because then that's a disability, being a drug addict.
And then you have to... and it's mandated classes. I'm with you. I'm with you, Jeff.
Yeah. You get disability...
That's what he said.
Yes,
you don't
you
listen.
do.
If you're a drug addict?
You need to turn the volume up on your headphones, because he's already said that.
I know.
He just said it.
He said it like 10 minutes ago.
I'm repeating it just so I understand.
Yeah, okay.
Wait a minute.
I know two kids' birth parents that's their source of income.
And they never worked.
Not a day.
They were just druggies.
Yep.
Amazing.
What? And really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just go in and say, hey, I'm a drug addict, give me some money?
Pretty
So
much.
I can go get...
I'm a drug addict.
So I can get some more drugs.
Yeah.
I can't be employed. I have a disability. I need some money for that hotel room.
How much money do you get from that?
America the Great.
See, we're all screwed up.
Yeah.
When it comes to that. Okay?
We are. We are.
You make it too comfortable.
That's a mess. That's an absolute mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was, a few minutes ago when you started, when you were up on your pulpit and you were, you sounded like you were campaigning there for a minute.
Ooh. Maybe I'll run one day.
It sounded like a little
Maybe
something.
I'll run. But if I ever ran, it would...
No, don't just stop right there.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay,
see, that's why I
have to save you.
That's why I could never do it, because my mouth was just open.
I gotta save you.
Yeah, just save me.
That would not be good. Do you remember the guy that we talked about a few months back? He was a high school teacher. He had raped a 14-year-old student.
Allegedly?
And no.
Okay.
He had. Was convicted. While the trial was going on, the 14-year-old student, she took her own life.
Oh.
When he was sentenced, the judge sentenced him to a 20-year prison term. However, he suspended the sentence and only gave him 1 month in jail. Remember we talked about this story?
No.
This was a guy on Montana. We talked about this a while back.
Why would the judge do that, honey?
This was also the very same judge that in court said that the 14-year-old victim was just as responsible, as the rapist.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Okay?
And she killed herself after the sentence.
She didn't put up enough struggle.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is what he said in open court.
Just like you can't get pregnant during a rape because a body. There was some Republican, because that said that you can't get pregnant during the course of a rape because a woman's body would automatically shut down.
That was a Republican that said that?
Yeah.
Well, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just yesterday, the Supreme Court in Montana. Mm-hmm. Now, this guy's already been sentenced. He already served his time.
Yeah, he's already home looking at the next 14-year-old.
The Supreme Court said, hey, wait a minute. We're not liking this at all.
No,
This is not good.
Thank God.
Okay? Now, the guy's already been sentenced, and he's released.
Mm-hmm.
He's free amongst the public. They said, you're not free anymore.
Good.
You're coming back in.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to re-sentence you, whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay?
Whatever.
We're going to bring the other judge up on charges.
There you go.
Yes.
We're going to reassign the case to another judge, and we are going to sentence you to the mandatory term that we can under law.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay? A 14-year-old girl
Is that going to
raped.
fly, though?
The mandatory term
Because how
maximum is only 2 years.
Stop it.
Oh.
Is only 2 years. That's the longest that they can sentence this guy to.
That's disgusting.
You know what?
It
that's,
is
that's
absolutely
fine.
disgusting.
That's fine. Just let everybody know what he did and put him in general population. That's more than enough time.
It is.
He'll never rape another kid.
It's absolutely terrible. And the judge, I think the
that
judge,
poor family.
I think the judge
Disbarred,
should.
thrown out,
Yeah,
take his gavel.
I think so. The poor little girl, 14
He was
years
about
old.
to retire too, that judge, huh?
No, like our Supreme Court judge. You know,
That is so... And that was a picture of that man, that nasty-looking man.
yeah. You want to see that picture again?
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you the picture again. Here.
Nasty.
Our great research department pulled that up.
Yes.
I want to mention again that on May 15th, we are having a candidate forum,
Yeah.
okay, for all 5 candidates running for California State Assembly in the 36th District. It's going to be at the Guidance Charter School in East Palmdale. The public is welcome to attend. Okay, there'll be
Please
refreshments
attend.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, please attend because you need to be involved.
Yes.
You will also be able to watch it live streamed at AVNewsCast.com.
Yes.
But we'd much rather have you in the audience. And you'll get there'll be an open mic, and
Yeah.
you can start asking some
get
questions.
your voice heard.
Get your voice heard instead of just my reasoning.
Oh.
So every candidate, okay, every candidate is going to talk about jobs.
Yes, that's
Okay, they're going to talk about
why,
water.
I want somebody to talk about what we just discussed. Welfare
Will.
reform,
Well, you know
taxes redone.
Okay, I've had some people submit questions. That's a good one. Okay, put it on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just gave them all heads up.
Well, why don't you get a mic and you can moderate this?
No, because I don't
Thing.
think that would be a good thing.
Why?
Because it might not go to a couple people.
Oh, the mic? Oh, you might.
I know.
Wow.
I'm just teasing.
Wow.
I'm teasing. No, they just wouldn't appreciate
Just
it
don't
much.
let her count votes.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah, don't let me count no votes. Too.
In the wake of the.
Let's go back. Just like that judge went back and
let's go back.
and until that guy needs to go to jail. Let's
Yeah.
go back. John Irving won.
Really?
Let's just go back. I don't care what you think.
He was just elected?
Just he was elected.
Okay. All right. You heard it here. In the wake of what's been going on with Donald Sterling, and did you see that yesterday that V, his mistress, girlfriend, waitress, whatever she is, was asked yesterday, what do you want to do with your life?
What'd she say?
I want to be president of the United States.
No, she didn't say that.
Yes, she did. She wants to be president of the United States
She was being
so
sarcastic.
that she can change the laws and implement new legislation.
She was being sarcastic.
No, she was very serious.
Well, you're joking. I'm just letting you know.
Very serious.
No
On
one's voting for you.
wearing shorts, this mask, on roller skates.
She was wearing a mask?
Yeah, she's wearing like a welder's mask kind
Yeah.
of thing, so they can't take pictures of her face.
Oh, because she's
Which I
in
don't blame her. She's
in transition.
No, what do you
She's
mean?
a
No.
butterfly.
No, she's got issues.
She's a special one.
yeah.
She is, but she's.
But
got,
you are special when you're somebody's mistress because it's like you're putting your whole life on hold.
She claimed she was not his mistress.
She was. Stop playing.
Okay.
Your knees is scarred up.
I don't think she's a very pretty woman.
Not
No.
at all.
No.
You're being nice. When you were talking about Petraeus' wife, I
Yeah,
think
if you had to, Steve,
on it.
Petraeus' wife or her?
No, I can't. That's
that
a
was
game. That's
so
like a
funny.
game that was in, what was that movie? White Chicks. Didn't they used to play that game?
I didn't
in that
see
movie?
it.
You didn't? Oh, well, no, I can't. I'm not even going to answer that.
Petraeus' wife or V? Which
not
one do
even-
you want?
Castration.
Talking about being disbarred.
Uh-huh.
With what's been going on with Donald Sterling and the Los Angeles chapter of the NAACP. A lot of people have been focusing on the president of the LA branch of the NAACP, Leon Jenkins. Now, as you know, back in
Not
2007...
the world's best public speaker, by the way.
Right.
Back in 2007,
What you talking about, Willis?
when Donald Sterling was brought up on federal charges of discrimination, at that time and in the same year, the NAACP gave him an award. Now, he didn't admit any guilt. He just settled with the government and paid $2.5 million. Okay?
You know, NAACP is, I mean, I don't want to speak ill of an entity that's been pivotal in a movement forever, but there's been times that I've questioned, like when the flyer came out on Jonathan Irving, I didn't hear a big outcry, and I really expected the NAACP to be front and center.
They were silenced.
That's disgusting.
Okay.
How do you silence them if you had such a big mouth in the 50s and 60s? How could you be silenced in 2014? So I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I'm not. You know, I'm a little afraid to mention because I don't want to speak of what I may not know completely. But it just seems
That's
not
never
right.
stopped you.
Something's not right.
Well, something's not right with Leon Jenkins, the president of the local Los Angeles branch of the NAACP.
We should actually have them on.
While he was... Get him on the phone? He didn't want to talk to anybody. While he was a Detroit judge... back in 1998, he was indicted on federal bribery, conspiracy, mail fraud, and
here we go.
racketeering charges,
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
That's what's
according
wrong
to
with him.
records of the Michigan State Bar. All right? Authorities at the time alleged that Jenkins had received gifts from a lot of people that had appeared in his court. Okay? Hey, don't sentence me this hard. And here, let me give you a little gift.
You play golf, don't you?
And committed
And then-
perjury.
And then
okay?
Mr. Rich Guy gets the award.
Yeah.
Now, right. Now, this
What
is the
was
head
that
of the LA branch, okay, who's been receiving money from Donald Sterling. He was acquitted of the charges, the criminal charges, but in 1994, the Michigan Supreme Court said, hey, you know what? I don't care if he was acquitted. We're disbarring him. Because there's overwhelming evidence that he sold his office. Jenkins moved to L.A. And was practicing law in California in 1991. He was serving as an attorney for a little girl, African-American girl, who was fatally shot by a Korean grocery store owner back in 1991.
5.
The
girl was 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. In 1995, the California State Bar began looking at his misconduct allegations from Michigan. He was disbarred in 2001 in California, according to the State Bar.
Jeez.
He tried to get reinstated again in 2006. He was rejected. He made another attempt in 2012. Earlier this month, the bar turned him down again and claimed that there was a moral fitness. They didn't think that he could really hold office since, in his recent divorce petition, he committed perjury and lied and also failed to disclose the fact that he owes $660,000 to former legal clients.
Well, but that doesn't make any sense because that's what lawyers do.
What?
How do you... Moral and attorneys, that doesn't go together.
No, is that like jumbo
That's
shrimp?
an oxymoron. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
There's a lot of attorneys listening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's the
you know
reality.
what? I know. I understand. Not all, but some.
Yeah.
I get that. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the very guy that now they're talking about, hey, wait, maybe we better get rid of this guy. There is also a petition that's been started that wants them to disband close the entire LA office of the NAACP.
Well, I think you just need to, remove him from seat, not the organization. I mean, that's a little over. That's over the mark.
I think now they're going to start, and this is the very
Well,
guy
don't you
that
think corruption could be endemic in there just as well as it could be in the sheriff's department? I mean, you wanted all the heads to roll.
Set me up, I mean, yes, but you don't disband the sheriff's department. You disband the leadership that's caused the problem.
Yeah.
Same with whatever the hell it is.
NCAA.
Yeah. The same thing. You don't close the chapter down.
It's not the NCAA.
You don't close the chapter down. You just change the leadership. You have to revamp everything.
I'm with that.
Yeah, it's the NAACP, not NCAA. However, a few years back, and I want to say it was probably 2011, maybe 2012. There was somebody that was running for, was it mayor of Palmdale?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Running for mayor of Palmdale.
That's the reference there.
Yeah, and he kept referring to the NAACP as the NCAA, which is basketball. Mm-hmm. It was, and he got up there on a speech. And,
he just, I mean, I slip what I say on a regular basis, so leave him alone.
Yeah, well,
I do it all the time.
Okay, so the Clippers, it